What is an unbelievable true fact? People. For decades later, locals said on hot summer days they could still smell molasses in the air. Hyenas have such an aggressive and hormonal society that the females often grow pseudopenis. It is possible for a professional mimic to forget his voice. Yoda and Miss Piggy were both voiced by the same person. Each cell has about 2 meters of DNA, and you have about 75 to 100 trillion cells in your body. If you took all the DNA in your body, uncoiled it, and lined it up, it would reach the sun and back approximately 300 times. That asphalt bitumen is actually in a constant liquid state, so you are driving on a surface that has a viscosity level 1000x more than that of honey. Trees have such intricate root systems that a tree low on one particular type of nutrient will acquire some from his neighbors and make up for it later. This is especially prevalent during the winter months when some trees don't have leaves and so need extra help from their evergreen friends. There is more fresh water contained in Loch Ness than in all rivers and lakes in England and Wales combined. NASA was sued for trespassing on Mars. Sacred sheep. The ancient Sumerians, who are thought to have developed the first form of writing, cuneiform script, immortalized sheep in the form of gods in their religion. Egyptians believed that sheep were sacred. They even had them mummified when they died. Just like humans. If you live in Montana, switching from electric heat to a rocket mass heater will reduce your carbon footprint more than parking 7 cars. When you get a kidney transplant, they usually just leave your original kidneys in your body and put the third kidney in your pelvis. It rains diamonds on Jupiter and Saturn. Also, Mars is inhabited by robots. One of the youngest person diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease was 31 years old and pregnant. She died less than 2 years after giving birth. And she is not the youngest case in the world. You can find cases of people getting diagnosed in their mid-late 20s. Very rare, but it happens. Oldest woman to have gotten pregnant naturally and delivered was 59 years old. She got pregnant by surprise thinking she might have cancer. The youngest one was 5 years old. A day on Mercury is longer than a year on Mercury. The time it takes to see a full cycle of sunrises is 176 Earth days. The time it takes to orbit the Sun is about half that. Cleopatra lived closer to the creation of the iPhone than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid. If you made $8,000 every hour since the birth of Jesus Christ, you still wouldn't have accumulated Jeff Bezos's net worth $145.6 billion. Once when I was a kid I farted and the TV turned off. Lego people live in houses made of their own skin. Platypuses produce milk and eggs. Therefore a portable source of omelets. A pistol shrimp's claw can move at a speed of 97 km per hour. The speed of the snap is such that a bubble is created consisting of vacuum. The internal low pressure causes a water pulse that immobilizes prey with an associated noise of 218 decibels, which is louder than a bullet. And reportedly a temperature of 4,800 degrees centigrade, which is similar to the surface temperature of the Sun. Source: 1-2. Edit: Pistol shrimp in action. Penguins do have knees. I am essential. I still don't believe it. At least one person has stayed in space (ISS) since November 2000, making October 31st the last date all of humanity was on the Earth together. About 40,000 Americans are injured by toilets each year. Your future self is talking about you right now. Jacksonville, FL is farther west than all of South America. There used to be a flying reptile that was as tall as a giraffe. The first thing to form on the mass of cells that will become a human is A woman once had her intestines ripped out of her when she took in her cabin during a cruise. Cruise ships often employ powerful vacuums to pull waste through their sewage systems. And unfortunately for her, being a bigger gal, when she sat down and flushed, She created a seal that sucked her intestines out of her. America stores its reserve oil, Strategic Petroleum Reserve, in underground man-made caverns formed out of naturally occurring salt domes. https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/strategic_petroleum_reserve_United_States. In order for you to smell something, we have to breathe in particles of the source. So when you smell, every female child is already born with the eggs she'll use to have children. Kermit the Frog has exactly 11 triangles around his neck. Australia exports sand and camels to the Middle East. Words in 6.4 seconds. If he spoke for an entire minute, he would speak 690 words. Vending machines kill more people than sharks a year. If you are 25 years old, apx 1/3 of all the humans that were alive at your birth have died. The greater honey guide is a bird that drops its eggs into other birds' nests. When born, the chick has 2 teeth at the end of its beak. It then uses that beak to destroy the other eggs, kill the other birds in the nest. So the mama bird returns to a war-zone nest and basically has to raise the chick that slaughtered its babies. It loses the teeth like 2 days after being born. Birds are savage. The most amazing fact I heard of this week is that Saturn's moon Titan has riverine valleys like Earth. Except they are formed by flowing liquid methane. Of course, it also rains methane. But the drops are twice as large as rain on Earth and fall at 1/5 of the speed. It also has volcanoes that spew up magma that is water and ammonia. And at 100 C has the same viscosity as molten rock. The Stegosaurus was as old to the Tyrannosaurus as the T-Rex is to us. Dinosaurs lived for a long time.